We have here verse 40 of the ninth chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus, in a conversation with the man that he had earlier healed of congenital blindness, and he makes the remark that he came into the world not to be the final judge at this juncture, but to be a great divider. And the way he puts it, of course, playing off of the fact that this man was once blind and now sees, is that he came into the world to make those who were blind capable of seeing, of course, meaning much more than just physical sight. And at the same time, those who thought they could see would be reduced to blindness. Well, this conversation is taking place in a reasonably public setting, and there were those who were there hearing this, and that's what gives rise to what we find in verse 40 here. So akuson, third person plural, aorist active indicative of akuo, I hear. So the word is they heard. And we look for a subject. We don't have it except when we come down to the participle here. This is the article, masculine, plural, nominative, the, met autu. Meta takes the genitive here, means with. This is the genitive pronoun. So the with him ontes being. This is the participle of a, me, I am. It's the masculine plural nominative participle. So the being with him ones would be the way we translate the phrase in itself. But of course that stands in the nominative as the subject of the verb akusan. So the being with him ones heard is the idea, and then ek out of ton pharisaion. Ek takes the genitive, it means out of, or from among would be the sense here. So the being with him from among the Pharisees ones heard, kai apon, so the connective kai and apon, third person plural, aorist active indicative from lego, I say, they said autu, indirect object of the verb, to him, dative singular masculine, may, introducing a question, expecting a negative answer, we have the question mark there, so may, kai, connective, mace, this is the first person plural pronoun we, tuphloi, from tuphlos, a blind man, this is the nominative plural of that masculine noun, esmen, first person plural, present active indicative of a, me, I am, we are. So we are not also blind men, is the idea, are we? Expecting a negative answer because of the use of may. Don't know exactly what the Pharisees had in mind here. Don't know if they were distinguishing themselves from other Pharisees. Maybe these guys were a little less hostile to Jesus than others. Don't know exactly. Commentators tend to divide on it. But one thing is clear. They certainly understood that Jesus was making a remark about people who were actually deluded into thinking they could see when they were actually blind. And these guys apparently are asking whether Jesus is including them within the ambit of this description of blind people.